sun's out today and the weather is just gonna get warmer, so let's make a delicious frozen treat. Hi, I'm Annie from KetoFocus.com, and today I've teamed up with ChalkZero. We're gonna show you how to make a keto mint chocolate ice cream bar. Let's get started. These ice cream bars are so easy to make, and really you just need 5 ingredients to make them. We're gonna start by adding 1 pint of heavy cream to a bowl. Now, if you wanted to make these dairy-free, then just add in some coconut milk instead. And for sweetness, we're adding in 1/4 cup of powdered sweetener. I'm gonna be using a monk fruit blend sweetener. You can use whatever sugar-free sweetener you want. Just make sure that it's powdered, just so that it will dissolve and you're not left with chunks of sweetener in your ice cream pops. And then to help enhance that sweet flavor, we're gonna add a pinch of salt. And for the peppermint flavor, I'm gonna be using peppermint extract. This is 1.5 teaspoons of peppermint extract going in here. If you didn't wanna do that, if you don't wanna mess with any extracts or mint extract, then just use fresh mint. The only issue is that you're gonna have to heat up your cream in a saucepan and then put some mint leaves in there. Let it just heat through for around 5 minutes or so to infuse those natural mint oils into your cream. And then you're just gonna have to strain it and get rid of those mint leaves, and you're left with a natural mint flavor. As this mixture looks right now, it doesn't really look very minty because of the color, so I'm gonna add a couple drops of green food coloring. If you wanted to go the more natural route, you could add in about 1/2 teaspoon of spirulina. That will give it a more natural green coloring without having to use food coloring. Once that's mixed together, we're gonna pour this into our popsicle mold. Now, the mold I'm using is a silicone mold. You could use a popsicle tray if you wanted. Just make sure if you're using the popsicle sticks that you wet them first so that they're heavy enough so they don't float up to the top. Pour your mixture into your mold, transfer it to a tray carefully, and then put it in the freezer overnight to harden. When you come back the next day, it's time to drizzle these with some sugar-free chocolate. And of course, the sugar-free chocolate we're using is by ChalkZero. I'm using their milk chocolate baking chips. You could use dark chocolate baking chips or the white ones as well. They will all be delicious in this recipe. I like to melt my chips down in the microwave at 30-second intervals, stirring it in between until it's melted. You could even add in a little bit of coconut oil into your chocolate just to thin it out a bit if it needs it. Once your chocolate is melted, we're just gonna drizzle that all over our mint ice cream bars. You could just do one side or do the other side too. Place them back onto the parchment lined tray, put it back in the freezer just for around 5 minutes, let that chocolate set, and then your bars are finished. Store these in a Ziploc bag in your freezer to eat them later on throughout the week, or you can just share them all now. Don't forget to tag us, ChalkZero, with all of your photos of your keto mint chocolate ice cream bars.